The sun dipped low over Crestview Meadows, casting long shadows across its flawless lawns and whispering pines, but beneath the suburban serenity, a storm was brewing, one I never saw coming when I chose this place for its quick commute and sprawling trails. Those trails were a sanctuary for Maverick, my golden retriever service dog, whose soulful eyes and unwavering loyalty tethered me through the haunting PTSD episodes from my military service in war-torn deserts abroad. His service vest gleamed like a badge of honor, his obedience sharper than any soldier I'd known, but even his perfection couldn't shield us from Linda Hargrove, the HOA president whose reign of petty tyranny was about to ignite a battle that would shake this quiet neighborhood to its core. I know the Americans with disabilities act like a sacred text. When your life depends on a service animal, every word matters. But I never imagined I'd need to wield it against a suburban warlord armed with a clipboard and a vendetta. My first encounter with Linda was a flare in the night. She stormed across my lawn, her khaki shorts swishing like a general's cape, her scowl so fierce it seemed to curdle the air. "I don't recall approving a dog in this community," she snapped, her eyes slicing toward Maverick, who sat motionless, his golden fur catching the fading light like a beacon of calm. I explained he's a service dog, exempt from HOA pet rules under federal law. She snorted, muttering about slippery loopholes, and marched off, leaving a chill in her wake. My gut twisted. This was no ordinary neighbor. Weeks later, 3 notices arrived, each a calculated strike. My grass a quarter-inch too tall, my mailbox a shade off the HOA's mandated black, my trash can lingering curbside for 45 minutes after pickup. Linda's florid signature, crowned with a taunting smiley face, mocked me from each page. I complied, mowing with precision, repainting the mailbox, hauling the can back, desperate to keep peace. But the violations felt like a predator's footsteps, circling closer, and I braced for the inevitable escalation. The HOA meeting was a tinderbox. Linda, enthroned at the front, her clipboard a scepter, proposed a rule requiring all animals, even service dogs, to register with the board and wear HOA-approved tags. My heart pounded as I stood, voice steady, citing the ADA's clear protections. "Community standards trump federal law," she barked, her interruption a blade. Neighbors shifted uncomfortably, their silence a suffocating fog. After, she cornered me in the dimly lit parking lot, her coffee-tainted breath a venomous hiss. "Keep pushing, and I'll make your life a nightmare." Maverick pressed against my leg, his warmth my only anchor in her storm. The following Saturday, I sat on my porch, Maverick sprawled beside me, his fur glowing like spun gold in the morning sun. I was lost in a newspaper, savoring the quiet, when Linda's shadow fell, dark as a thunderhead. Khaki-clad, clutching a spray bottle, she looked like a warrior poised for battle. "Your dog's violating the pet ordinance. No HOA tag," she bellowed, her voice carrying to draw a neighbor's curious stares. I reiterated Maverick's service dog status and the rule's non-existence. Her face blazed scarlet. "I'm sick of you veteran types thinking you're above my rules," she spat, invading my yard. Before I could react, she sprayed Maverick's face with liquid. He yelped, pawing his stinging eyes, and my world tilted. "What's in that bottle?" I roared, stepping between them, my heart hammering. "Vinegar and water," she sneered, her smirk dripping malice. "Won't kill him, but maybe he'll learn respect." Rage surged, but military discipline locked it down. I rushed Maverick inside, rinsing his eyes under cool water, my hands trembling as he whimpered softly. The vinegar had irritated him, but he was okay, nudging me with a wet nose, his trust unbroken. I called 911, voice calm but resolute, reporting the assault and emphasizing interference with a service animal is a federal offense. 2 officers arrived in 20 minutes, their presence a lifeline. I presented Maverick's certifications, his vest pristine, and pointed out Linda's house across the street. One officer took my detailed statement while the other approached her door. Through my window, I saw her flailing arms, her indignation a futile performance against the officer's calm authority. They returned, confirming she admitted spraying Maverick to enforce community standards. They'd informed her it violated the ADA, carrying steep fines and potential jail time, and constituted animal cruelty under state law. She was arrested, and I agreed to press charges, my resolve a steel wall. Linda was cuffed, shrieking about evicting me and turning the neighborhood against me as neighbors gathered on their porches. A gray-haired woman whispered, "She's finally gone too far." A young father approached later, voice low with shame. "She's terrorized us for years, fines, threats, endless rules. We were too scared to fight back." Another neighbor, a retired teacher, patted Maverick's head, murmuring, "He didn't deserve that." Maverick, recovered, lay beside me, his calm a balm to my churning emotions. The legal process moved like lightning. Linda, draped in designer clothes with a flustered lawyer, faced a judge whose voice was granite. HOA rules never supersede federal disability protections. An emergency HOA meeting drew nearly every homeowner, Maverick at my side. The vice president proposed a no-confidence vote in Linda's leadership, citing her reckless actions that exposed the community to legal peril. The vote was unanimous. Her name tag vanished from the board's table, a symbolic erasure of her reign. She pleaded guilty to lesser charges, earning 30 days in county jail, a $5,000 fine, 200 hours at an animal shelter, and mandatory disability rights classes. "I was just enforcing rules," she whimpered as the bailiff approached. The judge's retort was unyielding. "The law protects service animals and those who rely on them, Ms. Hargrove." As she was led away, our eyes locked across the courtroom. Her once arrogant demeanor had crumbled into a hollow, defeated stare. She mouthed something, "Perhaps this isn't over," but we both knew it was. Maverick sat tall, my steadfast partner, his presence a quiet triumph. I scratched behind his ears. He leaned into my hand, our bond a fortress forged through chaos. "Want more jaw-dropping HOA battles? Dive into my YouTube channel, HOA Tales Unraveled, for the wildest neighborhood showdowns."